What's up, guys? It's Jazz and Jamie here with Brand Creations, the pod. Yeah. We're talking about ADHD today and working with ADHD and sort of the pros and cons to it.
So out of the two of us, you're the one with ADHD. Yeah.
We think.
Yeah. I would say so.
Yeah.
Do you want to give a bit of backstory? Like, when did you realise you had ADHD?
I didn't pick it up. Well, I didn't notice it until last year. Like, I always just thought that I was, like, all through school, I was rubbish at school, I was rubbish at any sort of form of, any formal thing that's calm and stuff like that, and sort of what a normal person could do with.
You have to concentrate.
Yeah. I've never been able to do it. And I just thought that was the sort of way I was. And then I started to notice it more, I think, running the business, because it was one of those where it was like, oh shit, this is down to me now.
Yeah.
And I felt like I felt like being 25 and running a business, you had to concentrate. I thought that was the way that you would do it, is concentrate. So for the first few months, probably the first 6 months, to be fair, I spent every day trying to be like calm and try to concentrate and be like, I have to show that I can do all of this work, and I have to do it the normal way, sat behind the desk, and when someone comes in, I'm in the middle of everything and all of that sort of stuff, and seem a bit over, you know, I've always known like business owners is a bit overwhelming and all that sort of stuff, so I tried to be that. And then I just got worse every day. I was like, oh my god, like there was days where I had done a whole day's work in an hour, and it was the hour where I stopped trying to do it the normal way. You know, like I like with these chairs, like, I push them together, I basically lay down, and I'm like, oh my god, I can get so much work done, and my brain just opens. But sat behind the desk, I'm just staring at a wall, counting how many dots are on a wallpaper, like, and it was like end of last year, I just went, this is getting worse and worse and worse. And again, I didn't know why. I thought maybe I'm just not interested. Maybe, you know, it's not that at all. It's the fact that I can't do it that way.
You can't do it like the traditional, typical way of like being a boss. Yeah.
And that's the thing. It's like, but I can do better work. There's a lot of people that can do it better than me. But what I'm saying is I can do my best work while what other people, it looks like they're prancing around or pissing around. Like, you know, like there's a line between not concentrating and not giving a shit. And then sort of my way, if you like, which is like I really give a shit and I will try and I do my best work. But don't trap me in a box of doing it the traditional way, as you say.
If so, like, we can give a bit of context. This is your office, and you said about these two chairs, you have a TV in your office, and when someone comes in, when you're doing work, you will be sat on one of these chairs with your legs on the other one, with your laptop on your lap, a show on, and you'll be doing your work. But if you walked in on that in a typical setting, and you walked into your office where your boss was, and he was lying down watching TV on his laptop, you wouldn't think they're doing work, because that's like, oh, he's just like being lazy. Or I think that's one big thing about ADHD, is like people think that the people with ADHD are lazy just because they do it a different way. When it's not. No,
but it's also like, the thing is, it's what also like people in the office don't see. You know, I mean, like, I'm very lucky with the team that they all understand how I am now, and that's fine, but there's a lot of people that don't understand it, but they also don't take into account what goes on, what they don't see. So yes, don't get me wrong, okay, I might not have as much physical work to do as you lot in a day, but that's the time that I can be managing you, growing, like mentoring, that sort of thing. But then people don't see that I'm sat up 2 o'clock in the morning. You know, or the fact that I'm just sat at home, you know, with Chloe watching telly and I've got my laptop there. Like, it's that sort of stuff, you know, like, that people don't see. On the weekends, I'm working. I don't live for the weekend. It's just work all the time, and I see my family in between. Like, and I think a lot of people don't see that. They just see, well, this is how you do your work. And it's like, well, yeah, but it's also, I guarantee that I can do more valuable work in the time that I do manage to do it switched on, as you say, with my favourite TV show on, laying down, eating, drinking, like, not drinking, and, like, you know, I'm flinging my shoes around earlier.
Yeah.
Like, I was just taking my shoes off and flinging them about on my foot. It just keeps it busy.
Because you can't sit still.
Yeah.
You have to be doing something.
Yeah. And it's like, and then I'm very easily distracted.
Yeah.
It's like, and that's the thing. But at the end of the day, when I do zone in on it, I know exactly what I've got to do, and I get it done.
And you saying about the stuff you do at home, I would say that you would do more of like the back work at home, so you're able to do more of the helping others, and as you said, like the managing boss role.
Yeah, because the thing is, I'm useless to you guys if I'm just in it shutting my door and not doing fuck all.
Yeah,
with you, because then you can't talk to me because I'm so busy and so wrapped up in everything that you can't talk to me.
Yeah,
so then I can't help you grow into what I need you to be and what you should be. So then you're just stuck doing the same thing every day.
Yeah.
Whereas it's like, well, no, actually, I can do that. That's my stuff. I can do that whenever I want.
Yeah.
But your guys' stuff, you guys need you know, I need to sort of grow and mentor you, kind of thing. And that's what I choose to use my day for.
Yes.
You know, and then in the evening, it's when I do the more slower stuff. You know, which, as I say, but what people don't see is I can do the slow stuff at home because I do it weirdly. I do. You know, I'm normally sat on my laptop, like just random shit.
Yeah.
And you know, or like I'm at home and I've got the dogs and kids and Chloe and that sort of stuff. So it's like I'm not focused on my like I'm focused on when I'm working, but then the dog needs to go out.
Yeah.
Chloe wants something, or the kids wake up, or something like that. So there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
That's when my brain works.
Yeah.
Just put me in like a busy place and I'll work. Put me in a quiet place where it's perfectly quiet. I'm like, don't know what to do.
So you need sound to work?
Yeah. So it's either TV or music.
I get distracted with the TV though because I can't deal with people speaking.
No, but it quiets down my speaking, and that makes me sound. So that does make me sound a little bit crazy. I get that, but I'll explain. So basically, my head, like even right now, I'm talking to you, and I actually am very invested in this chat. Like I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But here is 10 other things that's going on all the time. So if I can try and maximise what's going on around me, it takes it out of my head.
I understand that. That makes sense.
Yeah. So if I'm sat in a quiet room, then it's my head that's going crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if I'm sat with the telly on, music on, someone's talking, someone's walking up and down, then that's a distraction.
Yeah.
But it's not a distraction from the one thing that I'm doing. It's a distraction from the 10 things in the back of my head. Yeah.
So you can concentrate on that one thing.
Exactly. Because I can't concentrate on one thing.
Yeah.
It's been proven, tried and tested. I can't concentrate on one thing. I can concentrate on 10 things. Yeah. So, but it's the fact that I have two options. I either concentrate on what's around me, or if there's fuck all around me, I concentrate on what's in here.
You're controlling what your other thing is. Because
it's also the fact that what's in here, there is a lot. Like, and this is the same with everyone. It's just mine come at me in a lot faster rate than, like, say you. Is the fact that with every 5 positives, you have a negative. Yeah. Now, as I say, yours doesn't come as regularly or whatever. They come sort of as a come and go.
Yeah.
Whereas mine, that's constant.
Yeah.
Constantly, I've got 10 things in my head. So like, I've got 8 positives and 2 negatives. Plus what I'm trying to do there.
Yeah.
And it's sort of one of those where that's the easiest way for me to describe it.
Yeah.
Put myself in a busy setting where there's a load going on, and it's not me I'm focusing on.
Yeah.
You know, I'm focusing on what you're doing. I'm focusing what Emma's doing when she's coming up and down the stairs. What are you doing? Yes, it's the fact that I don't necessarily care because she's only just walking up the stairs. Like, it's nothing major, but it just blocks out my head.
Yeah.
And then in my brain, I'm only focusing on one thing.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So it's sort of a mechanism I use to slow everything down. But it's also why I only listen to the same music every time. And this is something I learned. So people with ADHD listen to the same music over and over again, and they never want to change their music.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden, they never want to listen to that song again.
Yeah.
And then it's like dead to them, and then
Yeah.
they go on to something else for another 6 months. And that's me. And Chloe's so mad at it. She used to hate it. And I said to her, I said, but if I've got that song on, I don't have to think about anything else.
Yeah.
Because I know that song inside and out,
Yeah.
and I enjoy it.
Yeah.
It gives me that, you know, like when people sing in the car and stuff like that, or sing at home when you're doing the washing up, it's to give you that mental release. Whereas if you're just doing the washing up, you're going to be thinking.
Yeah.
Whereas if you're belting out your favourite song at that time, then you're not thinking.
Yeah.
You're just having a good time. You know? But I can't have, I don't have 15, 20, 30 songs in my head. I can't.
Yeah.
I have to have 4. And that's it. Because my other part of my brain is being taken up by everything else that's, like, everything else that I'm creating.
Yeah.
It's all about filling the gaps when it's quiet. And that's, like, I get very stressed when it's quiet. Or when it's not, when I'm not running around.
Do you have to go to sleep with something, a noise?
No, so basically what I do now is I fucking make myself sound like a weirdo. I have to fixate on a story.
A story?
Yeah.
What kind of story?
So I create a story in my head before I go to bed.
About what?
Whatever I want.
I do the same!
Yeah. So it's not something real life.
Yeah.
It's like a dream or something like that. Like something that I have built. It's like, if you can call it that, it's like a safe space that my head goes to, yeah, that I create. So like, it's like dreams that I've always had, or dreams that I've got for the future that are nowhere near now.
Yeah.
But it's like, I live that.
Yeah.
And that fills my head.
Yeah.
And then, that's what chills me out. And then after a while I fall asleep. I mean, to be fair, I'm quite lucky. I'm very good at sleeping. So I normally fall asleep while watching telly or a film or something like that, and then I'm just gone.
Yeah.
But the times where I'm not, that's how I fill the gap. Because otherwise I just won't ever sleep. But then it's also, the other times is, I then wake up in the middle of the night, and this is a weird thing that people call it weird. I walk around the house in the dark, because it's just one of those where I need to think through what has come up in my head, go back to that space where I'm quiet again, and then go back to sleep. But that takes time. That's like a process that I have to do. So sometimes, I'm just wandering around my house in the dark. It's okay, but my head's going. Like, but it's like my coping thing of like how I sleep, you know, like how I slow my head down. Because that's all it is like, I'm walking down the road and literally I'm thinking of 10 of my things. I'm thinking about what would happen if this jumped out, this jumped out, this happened, the car crashed and rolled over onto me, and all of that. Like, that's like my head 24/7. So
this must be very stressful.
It's not. It's perfect. It's only stressful when I haven't got anything to output. Release. Yeah, that's when it's stressful. Because I just have all of this tenseness and
built up,
and then I need to release it.
Hence screaming and doing weird things.
You know, like, that's why, for example, normally my worst day is Monday. I love a Monday.
Yeah, you said this.
I live for Mondays.
Yeah.
But my worst productivity day is Monday.
Because there's so much going on.
Because of the 2 days that have built up over the weekend, where I've thought about everything I want to do in the business, everything that I want everyone else to do for work. That's why I can do my job so well, because I can think of what I want everyone to do and it doesn't impact me.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, for someone to think of what 10 people need to do, they're like, oh, like, that's mad.
Yeah.
But for me, I'm like, oh no, if I didn't have that, I would be stressed.
Yeah.
But, like, so I've built up this stuff. So then Monday, I'm like, like, literally, like, tapped. Like, and then it's like, and then Tuesday comes around and I'm a bit calmer. But then because I also love what I'm doing every day, and I don't find it that stressful, it never goes.
Yeah.
Like, that's why every day I'm tapped.
Yeah.
But Monday's normally my worst productivity day.
Yeah.
Because I sit at my laptop and go, I just want to be jumping up the stairs.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Yeah. And it is You know, as I say, but I used to fight it, and that's what made it worse.
Yeah.
And because I was like, I never even thought about ADHD or anything like that. I just thought, it's one of those sort of things that I can't concentrate. Then I actually started researching it and started like understanding it myself. And I was like, actually, like, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
And then I stopped fighting it. And then all of a sudden I wasn't stressed anymore.
Yeah.
Because I knew what I had to do.
You know what's happening in your brain, so you know how to help yourself.
Yeah. And that's all, like, but that's how you got to do with life, like, in general. Find out what makes you tick, what makes you work, and fucking run with it. Like, that's it. Stop trying to be like all the other people, what they want to do, because that's when people get depressed, get unhappy, feel uncomfortable. They don't enjoy what they do. Because
they're trying to be something they're not.
Yeah. You know, whereas like with me, I will physically say to like my clients, everyone, you get me. If you can't take me, I'm sorry. But I'm not going to be anything else to fit your mould.
Because then you won't produce the work that they need.
Exactly.
And the work that you're proud of.
Yeah. You want to work with me? Great. But trust me, I'm going to be spinning around on my edit pins. That's it. Yeah. And if you want a serious business meeting, 20 minutes tops. That's it. But then after, I'm going to have to run up and down the stairs 20 times. Like,
when we went to do our business meeting thing, and it was like half a day, and then you came back and you were it's crazy. Yeah. And people in the office even said you could tell that you were being professional. Yeah. Because then there's just so much energy built up.
Yeah. Because it literally, that's what it feels like. It's like like an elastic band. Like, you pull it so far and it gets tight, and then you fling it back. Yeah. Like, it's that release. Yeah. And that's literally what it is, but my head. Yeah. It's not really like my head shoots a load of energy down through my body, but I know it's all stemmed through my head. Like, it's the fact that, but I need to get it out. So the only way to get it out is just bah. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just random shit all the time. Yeah. Like, and as I say, I used to be like, oh, this is bad. Like, this is just me. Like, it's a problem with me. I can't concentrate. I have to do this. Like, you'll notice, like, if we watched the first podcast, I didn't move. No. Didn't move. Because I was like, oh, I have to be like this. And now it's literally like,
can't sit
I'm like
still.
moving, and it's like, if you don't like it, fuck off to another podcast. Like, it is what it is, kind of thing. Because that's like, as I say, that's how I am. Yeah. You know, and but as I say, there's so many perks of it that's gone into the business. Now I understand it. Whereas I was actually doing more damage by not understanding it and not accepting it.
Has it helped or hindered your...
I mean, it helps massively. Yeah. There's a lot of people that can't do what I do because of it.
True.
There's a lot. I think with business, there's like 3 different aspects of it that make you like successful, if you like. But it all starts with work ethic. Yeah. You could be the cleverest person in the world, but if you're lazy, you're done. Yeah. And the blessing with it is it doesn't matter if I'm feeling lazy, if I'm feeling tired, if I'm just feeling a little bit sluggish, it ain't my problem. My brain is never stopping. So I've got 2 options. Yeah. I either sit and just let this hurt, build up, and then I'm going to fucking pop at some point, or I'll just keep going. And then I feel better. Yeah. Like, I don't want to get up this morning, but trust me, give it 10 minutes and I do. Yeah. You know, like, it's all of that sort of stuff. And then, but yeah, and it's also like it's that feeling of feeling trapped. Like, so if you put me in a car for, say, 4 hours, I instantly tell myself I need a wee. That's annoying to a lot of people. Yeah. I can't sit and know that I'm not going to get out of this car for 4 hours. And I, like, even if I'm driving, I'm like, no, sorry, not for me. So I have to, like, but I know, my brain knows if I need a wee, I'm going to have to get out of the van or the car. So instantly, I literally just had a wee. 10 minutes later, I'm telling myself I need a wee.
So you can get out.
Yeah. And I'm not doing it like, I'm not going to stop every 10 minutes. Yeah. But I know that there's an end because I can't hold it any longer.
I see.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So that keeps my brain busy because then I'm thinking, I need a wee.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay, I'm going to wee.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to happen. Like, it's stupid stuff like that that I'm like, it's like silly stuff like when you get on an aeroplane, put your seatbelt on. I will when I'm the last, when you physically make me put my seatbelt on. It's not the fact I want to be a prick. I get why you need my seatbelt on.
Yeah.
But it's the fact that as soon as you put that seatbelt on, I'm trapped.
Wow.
Yeah. And it's not trapped as in like a weird way. It's just the fact that I'm there like, no, I'm restricted. And I don't like that.
Yeah.
I completely respect that, but I'm going to do that as late as physically possible. And as soon as that ping goes off, I'm fuck off.
You went to Australia. How did you handle that flight?
It was bad. Yeah, it was really bad.
Just running up and down the plane.
It was bad. I mean, like, sleep. I slept through a lot of it. But then again, to be fair, like, I didn't really understand it though. I didn't have any sort of understanding of what I was feeling.
That was a long time ago.
So that was like 5-6 years ago.
Yeah.
I didn't understand what I was really feeling. I just thought, this is normal. I'm stuck on a plane for 24 hours. This is what everyone's feeling.
Yeah.
And to a point it was.
Yeah.
But I was just feeling it after 15 minutes instead of a couple of hours, and so I didn't really understand it, and I luckily didn't really come into it.
Yeah.
It was more just about the fact that I just thought I was being stupid, if you like, and I was like, fuck, it's just got to go. But by the end of it, I was just awful. I was just an awful person because I was so tense.
Yeah.
I love flying, I'm not scared. It's the fact that I was so tense because I just needed to, whoa!
Yeah.
So it's like, whereas now if I did it, I'd be absolutely fine. Because, sorry mate, whoever sat next to me is fucked, but I'm going to do star jumps. And it is what it is. So you got to leave it, mate. Ask to move if it's a real problem. Like, As I say, it's all about understanding it. It's like what I did the other day. So I wrote a load of notes down from like a meeting I'd had. And then someone came in and started talking to me. And I'm listening. It's not that I'm not listening, but I can't just focus on that person. My head's going fucking haywire. But I had to pause the telly because they were talking. So I couldn't have all of that going on. So I started scribbling. All of a sudden I coloured in all of my notes and I couldn't see them anymore. That's a whole meeting gone. Because I couldn't concentrate on... But it was the fact that I didn't just colour in because I was fucking fun of it. It was the fact that literally... And it wasn't the fact that I was bored of what was being told to me.
Yeah.
But it's the fact that I can't just concentrate on that.
You had to do that to concentrate.
Yeah. So literally, by the end of the talk, they'd probably been talking for 5 minutes. Scribbled a whole A4 bit of paper. Couldn't read anything. Had to go in the bin and just guess what the rest of the meeting and the figures and shit. It is what it is. But again, it's that's how I am. And it's one of those. That's why I'm very lucky with the team I've got. I ask a lot of people to do all my writing for me. Because if it's left on my desk, it's going to get doodled.
Or do it on a laptop.
I mean, I stop writing. I try and stop writing notes on my paper now because it's just a nightmare. And I can't do it with a notebook. People do it page by page. But I like to try to separate everything because otherwise I get it lost. So I start some at the front and some at the back. And then I start, when I feel like that's getting too big, I then go into the middle. And then I find the middle of that and the middle of that. And then all of a sudden I can't cope, so I just start ripping a piece of paper out because I'm like, there's too much stuff going on and I can't find what I want to find.
Wow.
So it's like, so notebooks don't work for me.
Not a lot really works for you.
No.
Laptop
is okay. But then it's also the other side of the thing, it doesn't interest me.
What's like typing on a laptop?
Yeah. So I've had times where I will open my laptop and have it open and just stare at it for 40 minutes.
Yeah, I've noticed a thing you do when you're on your home screen. You use the little cursor to draw boxes. You got a new laptop, and recently I realised that's something you do.
Yeah. So I used to, on my old laptop, I don't know if you saw, I used to have Red Bull's car on there, the F1 car, Max Verstappen's car on there. I used to do that over the tyres.
Oh.
Yeah. Because I can't sit still. But it's also the fact that I need to concentrate on what's happening in terms of... That's when someone's talking to me or I'm just about to start a job and I'm procrastinating, then that's like, well, I'll do this quickly. And then all of a sudden I'm really enjoying myself and it's like, oh, this is perfect. So I just draw boxes everywhere.
Yeah.
But that's what I do. Like, it's the same on a computer as the notebook. I start off with squiggles, yeah? Like, it's a nice tidy squiggle in the corner of the page. All of a sudden, you're doing that everywhere. And it's the same with that. I start off with small little boxes that just cover like a small bit. All of a sudden, it's the page. Yeah.
I've really noticed that recently.
When I was doing that thing that you asked me to type up last week...
Yeah,
I highlighted it and deleted it all by accident.
I don't know what I asked you to do.
We were doing the book, the PDF.
You deleted the whole thing?
I managed to get it back because I pressed rewind, but I deleted the whole thing. So I was reading it and I was like, fuck it, hell. I was like, I must be able to do something. So I just highlighted it all and just deleted it all. And I was like, oh no, got it back. But then I realised it was quite fun because I was like, oh, it's something to think about. So I just kept doing it. But yeah, no, I've done all sorts of shit like that.
Wow.
Yeah, because I just can't do it, as I say. I give me a room where I can be stood up. I can sit on the floor. I can lay down.
You need one of the desks that can rise.
No, because I am lazy. That is the one thing. Like, it's one of those where I'm lazy, so it's sort of one of those where I don't like standing up, but I enjoy pacing and stuff. Yeah, like, I enjoy it when I'm not thinking about it. If I think, I have to stand up and work,
you won't do it.
I won't do it.
No.
So I'm like, fuck that, I'm lazy. But it's like someone calls me or I just feel like I need a break. So yeah, I'll crawl on my belly or...
Yeah, you pace.
Yeah. Because that's my... Like, I'm not doing that because I choose to do that. It's like just what my brain wants to do.
Yeah.
And it just feels good. Like, it's just like a good release for me.
Yeah.
No, I think it... As I say, it's fun. I'm noticing it a lot more now because we have, like, with the client calls and that sort of stuff is hard. But the more they get to know me, I think, like, and the more confident I'll get with it.
Yeah.
And then I'll be able to be myself and be like, look, this is me. It's not that I don't give a shit about what you're saying. It's just, yes, I'm balancing on my head, sorry.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I just apologise.
Yeah.
But trust me, you'll get better out of me if I do that than if I don't.
Yeah.
You know, like... And that's it. And then everyone around me safer as well because I haven't got ball of it. Like, I haven't got so much energy when I get back. It's like, ow.
Yeah, sometimes it is a bit scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, like, it's just like a toddler on, like, sweets. Like, it's
yeah.
That's basically what it is.
It is.
Because I just don't know how to get the energy out. And then I find what works and it feels good, so I'm just doing more of it. Like, so, as I say, it works. There's downsides to it. Because I'm not very good at writing anything down. Like, I've never been able to keep notes or keep a calendar or anything like that. I've never had any of that, but I can physically do it all. Yeah. But I just need someone to do the typing or the writing for me.
You need a PA.
Yeah, essentially. If you're looking for a job, please, I need a personal assistant. Please. Just someone who will write all my shit down. If you're watching this, please.
A transcriber. I think that's what they're called.
I don't know. If you're that, let me know. I'm looking. But just be prepared. It's nuts working here, so just be prepared. But yeah, no, it's... But I think it works for everybody as well. I think it does work because I'm not... like
stiff.
Yeah. I'm not rigid about it. Like, it makes everyone feel more relaxed, I think. Yes, it makes everyone feel a little bit weird when it's like, should he be sliding down the stairs like that? But
it brings, like, some fun into the office, and it's like, we don't necessarily really like the stuff like that, but you doing that is fun, and it just livens it up a little bit, which is what then everyone needs to then get back to their work.
It breaks the day up.
It does.
'Cause it's a long day.
Yeah.
And I think without someone sliding down the stairs or something like that, I think it's a lot, you know, but but I also believe, and this is just my childishness, I think there's always fun to be had when, like, yes, you're in a rigid situation, you're running a business or blah, 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 and it's not looking great at the moment, but what's the kind of fucking fun?
Yeah.
Like, that's it. You've now got to be a moody person the whole time. Like, that, why?
Yeah.
Because what is me walking around this office, stroppy, going to do in terms of sales, revenue, anything? Nothing.
It's going to make it worse.
Yeah. Because who's going to want to work with me if I'm high? Yeah, I'm really, really positive about this. No one's going to want to work with me. But it's like, and nobody's going to want to work for me.
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah.
Because they're like, whenever they see me, they're scared or they're just not, they can't chat. It's like, oh yeah, I want to chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will, yes, okay. Be careful, it may be a long one if it's something that my brain enjoys. But as I say, it's definitely a blessing. I think there's a lot of people that couldn't do what I do.
Because of it.
Yeah, I don't think I could do what I do without it.
Yeah.
It's like my little special friend.
It's like your little superpower.
Yeah, there's two of us. There's two of me, sorry, not two of us. There's definitely two of us. There's two of me.
Your alter ego.
Yeah. Jemima.
So,
if you found what we talked about today interesting, or have anything to say about it, give us a like, give us a comment, give us a follow, all that good stuff. And we will be sure to see you next Monday. Bye, guys.
Bye.